Okay, so here we are for the final assembly. So everything is done. So I have already uh, buffed up this piece. It's already set to, I mean, my son has already like started putting his toys and everything here. So I'll have to take this out. So I have also buffed up the main unit there on the other side. You can see, let me focus the camera there. So this one, so actually I have it turned because like the underside, I didn't put any shellac. We don't need it, but I just felt like I should apply one coat. I just put some coat and applied some paste wax on it. That's about it. So I have already like used a shop towel. You can use a rag to even buff it up. So one thing I do at the end is just use a simple like a shoe brush, and this thing like really gives it a nice sheen. That's it. I'll just I have already done it on the other piece, but I will just go over this one really quick. So that's it. I'll just do a little bit on the other side and also the underside dovetails. That's it. Now I have to start the assembly to make space for that. So I want to follow a sequence. So this thing is the top. We'll just do a dry fit again. Yeah, it's supposed to go this way. So this is the top side, the low torque setting. I will be like doing the initial part. It's important to align one or two screws, and then I guess things will self align hopefully. Not tightening things too much as of yet. Still not cinching it tight fully, so I will apply the screws on this side. Have to be more careful here because there is like less material, so more like I don't want to be like going too hard on this screw. I will hand tighten it. Everything I will hand tighten, but especially these ones. Now I'll take this bit out. Let me see, I should have the you don't need to be like super tight. So while I am here, I will also attach that the drawer pull. not applying too much torque there. So this thing is ready. So now I want to take these drawers out. Hopefully it's like the number should still be visible. So I had like all my turn buttons I had marked initially, but yeah, some of them are more or less visible, so that should be enough hopefully. So this is the back side, this is the front. So I will like put the turn buttons like align these first like to the best of my ability, the numbers. So 2, where did I start? Whatever numbers I find, this is 1. I'm just like setting those so that they don't, like they're free to move, like completely free to move, but I'm hoping that like as I put all the turn buttons, I will be around the zone where I can, it should be easier for me to. I had to use a flashlight because there is like really not enough light here. So this is 9. All turn buttons are like somewhat seated, so this thing I'll just hand tighten this. I don't need to, it's though super tight I believe. Yeah, so all the turn buttons have been tightened, they are aligned now. So all the turn buttons are attached. This thing is solid, allowing it to expand and contract. Eventually it will settle. So these things can go in as is. So here they are remaining shy of the tabletops. They won't scratch. They fit nicely. So they're like initial 10 days or so. They may like during like after leaving it for a few hours, every few hours, like they may gum up slightly, but that goes away, and this thing would become super smooth. So here like it seems tight like to begin with, but that will go away in like 5 to 10 days. So this is sitting nicely flush, I mean to the best I could. I just have to attach the drawer. Let me do that now to complete the final assembly. So before that I also need to attach like one more thing that I forgot. The slides require another thing to be attached. These ones. That's it. So there are already 2 screws on each side of the runner. So for now I'll leave it at that. I can attach like 1 screw each on another. Like there are spare screws. I'll probably harness those later on with more screws, like one more on each side, because this is such a big drawer. So I just put it and then bring it to close. Yeah, I think that's it. This side is sitting perfectly fine. This side is a little bit, there is a small gap on this side. It doesn't bother me. Just like there is a slight bit of twist on this frame. So yeah, that's it. Like, project comes to a conclusion. Like, really happy how it came out. Obviously there were hurdles, like nothing goes without, like, I guess, some hiccups. So glad that everything came out fine eventually. I mean, could it have been better or more perfect? Yeah, there is always like perfection, like that's what we shoot for. But as long as we enjoy the journey, that's what we are looking for. So what are the learnings, like what I like, if I had to do it once again, like where I would try to pay a little bit more like caution is spending more time on like this housing dado clamping, glue up and clamping. I think the safest bet would be just use screws from the beginning, like glue and screws. Make sure the dry run, like all these like heights inside and outside, they're more or less same. So that would imply that this is like sitting properly. And then put some screws, like what I had done eventually. So screws will act as very good clamps, and then I can use plug cutter. So this thing will be like very like true, and that will also ensure that these drawers are little bit easier to make, like not as complicated as how like it happened for me, but they are still like complex. So yeah, that's about it. Now choice of like color and like wood pattern and choice of wood, it's an individual choice. Like I just used like multicolor because I had so many scrap pieces of wood, so I used that. But I am very certain that if I had used like this combination, like all these slats, I had used sapili, that would have looked awesome. Any other species of wood that one has that like hand will work great. Oak, obviously. I was planning to use oak, but it's 3 times as expensive as cherry here. So yeah, like this project is over. Like I am now, I usually what happens is like after every big project, I take a little bit of break in the sense that I try to go to like smaller projects like boxes and all. I will see what I want to do. I have to reshape a saw handle, that's in my mind. We'll see. Then I will look for some next bigger project and see where I go with that. Till next time.